Tyler, how are you?
I feel good. It's like, meanwhile, back at Let It Eat Studios.
You went to the movies Friday?
I did.
What movie did you go see?
Alexis and I went to go see The Batman. No.
So is it the Batman, not just Batman?
I'm pretty sure it's The Batman.
Okay, I feel like they're getting lazy with the titles these days. There's Batman, The Batman,
The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight, The Dark Knight.
Batman
shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
What theater did you go to? Did you go to the same one we saw Jackass? Or
No, I was at Cobb 12 at Countryside Mall, Westfield Mall.
How's that? Nice?
Oh, yeah. Still the same setup, like with the recliners and everything and the cup holders.
Oh, so okay.
And it had remember those little desks where it just was a little scoot around here?
Yeah.
You get in and out of your chair on the
right.
left side, yeah. It felt like that.
Okay.
Kind of in front, like that was your little table.
Oh, so you did have like a little table-esque
You had a table, and in the armrest there was a cup holder, so that was good.
Is that one of the restaurant ones?
No, but they do have a bar.
Okay.
Full service.
You've seen some movie theaters have like a restaurant built into it.
Jeremy and his the Suncoast Ghostbusters group do at Cinema Cafe. They do a lot of most, if not all, the proceeds go to charity.
Right.
And basically
that's down in Tampa, right?
No, that's in Seminole, I believe.
Oh, well, it tells you.
And it's kind of one of those deals, like you sit down and there's a table and someone comes. Right.
Yeah. Well,
it's a Cinema Cafe.
Well, I think the one across from our old store. The one by our old store going towards the beach, I think that one has a restaurant built into it, I think.
I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Hey, it comes full circle.
I don't know these fucking movie theaters names,
every time he has one of these events, like I'm already scheduled, and I'm like, but or they get canceled because not enough tickets have sold.
All right, so you went Friday night. Was it busy? Packed?
Surprisingly, yes.
Really?
With all these... as if Florida's been living with mask mandates. I mean, all these mandates nationally somewhat all of a sudden becoming lifted. COVID just...
COVID's
just thinning out.
Yeah, COVID's cured.
War cures COVID, ultimately, is what I learned from this whole thing. That's the lesson that I learned from this. War cures COVID.
So now a lot of people wearing masks, I'm assuming.
Pretty much none.
Yeah. That's odd, because I'm still seeing...
The restaurants, P.F. Chang's was full.
Yeah.
Bar Louie was full. BJ's was full. BJ's.
That is a good place. Nice.
It is nice. The Jeremiah Red that they make there. Mm-hmm. So great. But yeah, and it was her treat. She bought the tickets.
Gotta love that.
We went Dutch. I was like, let me put my clogs on.
Right.
Thank you, girl. Because, I mean, she is a Batman girl, too. It's not
that's cool.
Right. She knew that this was exciting for me because I'm a Batman geek, but she was like, from my rear view mirror, I have like the whole Batman symbol like hanging from it, right? And I was like, yeah, we never ride in your car. So.
Wow, that's awesome. That's good. That's cool. I'm not a huge like Batman, Marvel, DC I'm aware of it. Right. I've followed the stories.
How could you not be at this point?
I never any of the Avengers or. I don't know, Superman, but I never really got into it.
Superman pisses me off.
Oh, God. I mean,
Superman has everything.
Okay,
this guy can fly. He has X-ray vision, super strength, super speed. Somehow no one can figure out who the fuck he is, even though they're pretty much identical. Just with
and what does Batman have? A cool car?
I mean, he's got a cow. Like, he hides his face and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He does have a cool car, though, by the way. But Superman's got everything. He's got all the powers, all the strength, and everything in the world. But if he gets too close to a rock, a certain kind of rock, that just fucks him up. But I don't...
But, he does have, he can't die, he lives forever sort of thing, right?
He's an alien.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
So, I mean, that would kind of suck to live forever.
He's solar-powered.
Oh, so he's kind of like...
It's the way of the future.
I think that's how they're making Teslas now. It's just like Superman. I kind of feel like Batman for the superhero category. I feel like he's on the weaker side. I feel like he doesn't bring that much to the table.
With regards to how?
Just him as a superhero. He just only lurks during the night. Doesn't really, he's got some gadgets and shit, but he's, doesn't really bring that much to the table. Is what I'm saying. I feel like Spider-Man brings a little bit more to the table than a Batman.
That's a different universe. That's Marvel.
I'm just saying in
DC. In the DC realm, okay. If you're talking like Super Friends, Justice Friends, we're talking obviously Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, I believe Namor, which is an Aquaman.
Yeah.
But there was Prince Namor.
I don't know.
That's Marvel. Excuse me. Now I'm getting all fucked up. But yeah, Aquaman for DC. The Flash. You line all these guys. The Green Arrow. You line all these heroes up. Although the Green Arrow and Batman are very similar in that regard, to where they're just humans. Like, there's no superpower.
They're just super.
They're ninjas, right? They're ninjas. One uses an arrow, and the other one, also has gadgets. So they're very intelligent. DC stands for Detective Comics.
Okay.
So I used to read these all the time as a kid. Like, Bob Kane was the first. That's who made up Batman. And at that time, too, if you've ever seen some of those comics, like Matthew and I have read through a few, it's hilarious because it's very 1950s.
Right.
You know, they're just flying in and they got these big smiles on them.
Right. Yeah.
Happy to be fighting crime. And what that story has now evolved into today. I mean, the history that you could, the lore, I guess you could say, like how Star Wars, you can go on forever about like specific characters. Like Batman, you can go back when it's training and all that stuff. All these different stories have been created to where he's basically just, he's a dude. There's no superpower going on. He's not an alien. Yeah, does he have means? Sure. Same with Oliver Queen being the Green Arrow. He's another trust fund baby. I get that. But you use that for good or use it for evil. And they had some fucked up shit happen. It's the turning point of heroes and villains. Right. Bruce Wayne had some fucked up shit happen to him.
Yeah.
In the same respect.
I mean, we all have fucked up shit happen to us. I mean, you know.
He's a little touched in the head to be running around town dressed up like a bat, beating people. Yeah, he's messed up in the head.
Right.
But he's trying to use it to, like, he knows who the innocent is, and to a degree innocent. I mean, I know, I get it. Vigilantism. There's a gray area every now and then. But no killing is the one rule.
Well, that right there, I mean...
We don't kill. That's what I digged about the Green Arrow, man. Like, he was... Yeah. He turned the leaf. Batman shows him the way to, you know, there's a better way to, you know, for justice.
Yeah, I don't...
Like Green Arrow, I liked his justice, man. Like, just boom.
Yeah,
like,
I can't...
It's chaotic good.
I can't
like,
follow all that.
Best intentions, questionable methods.
I just feel like Batman, like, movie-wise, I understand, like, the storytelling, especially back in the comic book days and stuff, it goes endless. But
I mean, movie-wise, what he brings to the table.
I'm saying movie-wise, I feel that when I see the trailers, and same thing goes with Spider-Man and Superman, it's just they're remaking the same story over and over and over again. So it's like, oh, the new Batman's out, okay, so they're just remaking the same one from 3-4 years ago. Like, every trailer is the same fucking thing. I see no progression, and they may go, oh, this time you're going to see him as a teenager or something. But there's no...
Well, that was the Gotham series. He was a kid.
Right. I feel like in, like, the Avengers, they progress the storytelling, and... well, I can't think of... Iron Man, there was a progression, sort of. You know, I just from the trailers, I'm just like, it's the same shit on Batman.
It's a different version of on
Batman.
Let me tell you this: if you are a true, at heart Batman fan,
well, I'm not, so that's
you will love this movie. If you enjoyed the Gotham series, you will love this movie. If you had Alexis had some questions about Robert Pattinson being Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you mean Edward from Twilight's going to be Batman?
Edward from Twilight.
He's the vampire.
The head one. The one that's with the chick, right?
Yeah.
So Ben Affleck wasn't Batman anymore.
No, apparently Ben Affleck was supposed to portray like an older Bruce Wayne.
Okay, so then they wanted to go younger.
I never saw like the whole Batman, Superman, and all that shit. Those movies, because then it seemed like it was way too... They were trying to create this and they still seems like they're trying to create a Marvel-esque type dynasty with all these movies coming out in order. Like, I'm ready for, a preview for a Flash movie any day now. Another Green Lantern that's not Ryan Reynolds. Like, I'm waiting for it because that's
you waiting for another Ant-Man movie to come out.
You know what? Out of all the Marvel movies, I know it sounds weird. Ant-Man was the fucking shit. Ant-Man was my favorite. I know. I didn't see it coming. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna watch this one. But here we go. And it's not like I haven't read some of those comics either.
Yeah.
I read the graphic novel of Civil War before they even started with the movie franchise. It's this thick. It's comic book. It's like a softback textbook, your workbook in high school. You had a textbook, you had a workbook. It felt like a workbook, floppy and all that shit.
Do you feel, or do you agree with? I hear a lot of times from like fans and stuff. I'm not like a nerd or a geek to it. I'm sorry. I mean, Star Wars is my shit, but I do hear a lot that people criticize, saying that Ben Affleck was the worst Batman character to play Batman. Now, I don't know all the other actors who played it.
George Clooney, in my opinion, was the worst.
George Clooney played Batman?
George Clooney
Holy
played
shit,
Batman.
wow.
George Clooney was the worst.
Wow.
Pattinson, though, let me get back to that before we will go back to George Clooney, but if you have doubts about Robert the Bat Pattinson...
He did good?
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I know they probably went over it with... Because I know a lot of people may not feel the same way. I still felt Christian Bale was a great Batman.
Yeah.
And Bruce Wayne. Michael Keaton... And Taylor reminded me of that today. Michael Keaton was like the embodiment of both.
Right.
Batman and Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. Val Kilmer, that was just a... That was... I don't even know why anybody did that. Huge Hollywood douchebag. Apparently, one director that worked with him before said he would never do it. He would rather hang himself than work with him again. And somehow he got all this... It's okay. That dude can barely talk now. He's like... Oh, it's like... It's weird. It's bad for him.
But you're saying the Twilight guy, he played it well. Because
you guarantee the one thing with Christian Bale that people criticized him on was when he was Batman, the way he spoke. Now, he's British, as is Pattinson, but he speaks with a bit of a lisp, which is kind of like a lisp, more like this.
Okay.
Like a little.
So it kind of disguises it a little bit.
He does it well. He does it well. He's done it well in a lot of his movies.
Right.
And I feel like as Batman, he sort of tried to use that as an advantage because people always say, he's speaking to you like this.
Yeah.
That is. What do you think this is going to achieve?
That is.
They're like, would you knock that shit off? Like, if with Pattinson, it's like me talking to you and then me talking to you like this.
Right. That's kind of... I can really respect actors and actresses that have a deep foreign accent, but then can speak another language, like, really well.
Or use another accent, you mean?
Yeah, or use another... Right. Like, for instance...
even if that's not your native tongue and you do an English movie.
One of my favorite actors is Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead. He plays the sheriff, right?
Is he British?
Well, naturally he's British, but if you've never seen him...
Right?
He's got a deep southern accent like he's from Georgia. And then when you hear him in interviews, he's got this deep British accent. You're like, holy shit.
Same thing with Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
From Sons of Anarchy. Same deal.
There's who's the black guy from Suicide Squad, the latest one. He's got a British accent too. He's been in some movies.
Fuck. What is this fucking
I can't think of his name.
Son of a bitch. Idris something. He was the boss in The Office.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, really good actor, but he's got a deep British accent. But you would never know.
When he turns that on, though, I mean, if him on his own is not enough of a panty dropper, he turned that British accent on, they'll be like,
dude, it's like, holy shit. So I can appreciate stuff like that.
No, but this movie kind of takes it to a different space.
Is there a lot of action? How about sex? A lot of sex? No? A little bit? Couple scenes? No? They really don't focus on sex, do they?
I'm not here for spoilers. There will be one spoiler alert, and I will announce it before it happens, so don't worry. Okay.
Panties dropping? No. Oh.
Who's your favorite Batman character, Will?
Okay, I don't know much, like, deep into it, but I do appreciate and like the Joker.
You like the Joker?
I do. I like the Joker.
Do you have a favorite that played it?
I kind of like the one from the Suicide Squad, the younger.
The hate mail's coming in. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I guess
Jared Leto.
I don't fucking know.
Jared Leto, the one from Suicide Squad, that had damaged on his head.
Yeah. I like that. That was cool. But I like but I do. There was one Joker that. Okay, I guess he wasn't a good Joker. Hey, that was before the long hair, But I like the one with the long hair too, Whatever.
Heath Ledger was it, man.
I don't know.
Nicholson was. That was the one with the Dark Knight.
Okay, that's probably the one. Yeah. But I didn't mind the Suicide Squad one. He was younger.
It wasn't much camera time either, so who even knows if he would have really gotten a
But
chance
it doesn't
to
matter
portray
the character. It's the Joker. The Joker. We all know the Joker. Like, it doesn't matter.
It does kind of matter a little bit. Like, Nicholson did it from a gangster point of view. In that story, they told it he started off as Jack Napier. And the original Batman was directed by Tim Burton, the first two.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got Jack Nicholson, but he's Jack Napier at first, and he falls into a vat of toxic sludge, and he turns into a, wait till they get a load of me kind of deal. And it was fun because it did start to get into the silliness of what we know as the Joker. And like I had mentioned before, Bob Kane that came up with the comics, when they had originally done that as a villain, the Joker, it was supposed to be a one and done episode.
Right.
We didn't have an idea, so here you go. It's a fucking... And people loved it, and then it evolved into basically
yeah, he is kind of like a mob
nemesis.
boss, yeah.
Right. So that's why I felt like the Heath Ledger version pretty much solidified it, and that's pretty much the standard now.
Yeah.
Because that took it to a maniacal level. Like, he was an anarchist. People would think it's one thing, and then it's the other.
He was very good at tricking.
He was 3 steps ahead of everybody.
He was such a trickster.
Right. And that was brilliant. And what was different about that with the smile, it's scars. That was, something new kind of thing. Or taken out of a comic.
I thought it was just paint. He liked to paint his face.
Oh, yeah. No. Well, of course, he put the paint over it into a smile and the story always changed. At first it was about his dad being a heavy drinker and did it to him, and then it became about the fact that his wife got carved up by loan sharks because she got in deep with dad, and so he fucked his face up so that she wouldn't feel so bad about looking right.
Yeah, makes sense.
It always changed. Apparently, Heath Ledger had just a slew of these stories.
Okay.
Because he was coming up with different ones for all of them.
Right.
If you enjoy The Dark Knight, you will enjoy this Batman. Now, this Batman movie, you need to be prepared for because it's 3 hours long.
Wow.
You'd expect it to be saying, written and directed by Quentin Tarantino.
That's like Lord of the Rings quality, right?
Yeah.
3 hours, yeah. I don't even think...
You are on the edge, bro. Like, it starts that way. And I'll tell you what. I appreciate, your favorite character being the Joker. Mine is the Riddler. Which just so happens to be the villain in this one.
I don't know who that is. Who's the Riddler?
Riddle me this, Batman.
I don't know.
Fucking Jim Carrey was the Riddler in Batman
I have no clue.
Oh my god.
I have no clue. I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck the Riddler is.
I'm gonna flip the tape.
Sounds like he sucks. Okay, hold on. Let me ask you this. For a movie 3 hours, I got questions. Is Catwoman in it? I feel like she's not represented well.
She is. She is played by Zoe Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
When Halle Berry played Catwoman, I gotta tell you, that was fucking fire.
Wait till you see this girl play Catwoman. Excellent.
I feel like she's not in a lot of Batman movies.
She's in like all of them.
Oh, she is?
Almost.
Okay. Well, I don't.
Batman Returns was the second one. Danny DeVito was the Penguin.
Okay.
And Michelle Pfeiffer was Catwoman.
Still
with Michael Keaton being Batman.
I had a former coworker that looked like the Penguin. We actually called him the Penguin, and we would waddle like a penguin for real.
Oswald.
No, we just called him the Penguin. He knew what it meant. We all knew.
Speaking of which, the Penguin is in this movie as well.
Is he still fat?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's
Do you know who Colin Farrell is?
Sounds familiar. I can't put a picture to it.
Did you ever see the movie Phone Booth? Where that guy was like stuck in the phone booth. Like,
yeah,
you hang up the phone.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that dude's the Penguin. And guess what? In real life, he still looks kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
They did such an amazing prosthetic job. It's got to be the guy that does the weekends work. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
With this kind of a transformation. It was so drastic that even Colin Farrell's son was disturbed by seeing an image of it.
Wow. So it was done that way.
Right, because he knows his dad. And I'll tell you what, he's Irish speaking, by nature.
Right.
Going right back to what we were just talking about with Andrew Lincoln, like people that you wouldn't suspect. Yeah. Colin Farrell's the same thing. And he gets this New York, easy, sweetheart, hey!
Adele's like that, too. She's got a deep British accent, but when she's...
when you sing, you can't...
I guess you could mess with it with the
vocal. Well, no, but not even. But when you sing, you could sound like anything. Yeah. Some people, it's a lot thicker than others, sure. Like, would I say that, Oasis is a lot thicker than the Beatles? Sure. Could I kind of tell they're both British? Yeah.
Okay.
Could you tell that The Who was British just by listening to their music? Not necessarily. It just sounds like...
So let me ask you a dumb question, because, like, I want to learn. I know. I'm still... How come Batwoman and Batman aren't, like, a thing? Like, I would think, why aren't they a thing? Like, fucking have Bat Kids, be a family, be a super team like The Incredibles, right? Just saying. No. Not feeling it?
I don't think...
Do they hate fuck each other?
Probably.
Okay. Probably. That's cool.
Might use some batarangs to kind of, hit the man in the canoe, but I think, and this is my own opinion, Bruce Wayne is a little too damaged. He wants family.
Right.
He wants peace and family.
But he's too busy.
Right. Well, not that he's too busy, but what he went through as a kid, losing his parents like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? He'll always be kind of like in a weird, like, who knows, retired from being Batman. Now you've done this entire thing. And of course, yeah, like how the Dark Knight, he doesn't want to do this forever. Right. He's waiting for someone to pick up the torch kind of thing. Mm. But this movie, blow your fucking head off. If you loved it, like I said, if you loved The Dark Knight and you were like, oh my God, you're always on the edge. Dude, do you know who plays the Riddler?
No.
By the way? You know who Paul Dano is?
Probably. I don't know.
I had no idea who that was.
Probably.
I didn't know who he was.
I can't remember these.
So I had to look this guy up. He's American born. He was born in New York, New York. He's 37. He began his career on Broadway before making his film debut in The Newcomers, which I have no idea what it is. And I didn't see this movie. A lot of people say I would like it. Very indie film. Best known for his role as Dwayne Hoover in Little Miss Sunshine with Steve Carell. Was also in Swiss Army Man with Daniel Radcliffe, the guy that played Harry Potter. He was like his co-star in that movie, which is another... It's on Netflix, so I haven't seen that either. Very indie looking. But this guy was dynamite. Dude, so good.
Who is the Riddler? Like, what kind of shit does he got going on? Like, what does he do?
Well, it's always a test. And I noticed them in each...
Oh, the Riddler. So he tells riddles. Yes. What happens if you don't...
Riddle me this, Batman.
Okay.
Like, even in the previews,
what happens...
Like, what's black and blue and dead all... Of course, he's being facetious. Dead all over. You.
So what happens if you get the riddle wrong? Does he, like, blow up? Like, what's his magic power?
He's looking for the formidable opponent. There's a thing, because Batman's, like I said, DC, Detective Comics. Batman, it portrays Batman as more of a detective than the other. I would say the originals with Tim Burton certainly did. A bit of Chris Nolan's versions of it. But Matt Reeves, who directed this one, I don't know if he screenwrote it as well, it takes it back into the fact that Batman is working with the police.
Okay.
You kind of see him and there's what the fuck's he doing here kind of thing. And there is swearing. There's F-bombs and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I would hope so.
Right. But in a lot of them, they haven't done that. I don't think in any of them. Maybe they said the word shit in one of them. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch them. But
so the Riddler just tells riddles, and if you don't get the riddle right...
guess what? I got some right. What's... To locate the next victim... It could be anything. It could because he leaves letters, each victim.
Right, but what is
to the Batman?
But what does he do? Like,
it's a setup, like the Joker. Like you said, he's 3 steps ahead of you. So guess what? If he's got you, You're already tied up in the trunk with an oxygen tank that's going to run out at this time on this day. Hopefully they solve the riddle on where you are.
Oh, so it's kind of like Saw, like the guy from Saw.
Right, but it's also very Zodiac killer feeling.
Okay.
He's going after people in the government, corrupt politicians, judges.
And Batman.
Everything is for the Batman.
Oh, yeah, Batman.
He leaves letters for the Batman. I will say this. There are Batman, if you're a Batman fan, like I said, you'll love this movie because there are Easter eggs all throughout this movie that only a real Batman fan would be like, oh my God. Like, obviously that doesn't mean they're going to make this movie, but you recognize why they used this word. For instance, looking at, you know, the things on the Riddler's wall in the trailer, and it has pictures of Bruce Wayne, and right next to it, it says Hush. You know what I mean? And you're like, ooh, what's this mean? Kind of thing. My brain automatically goes, Hush. That's a Batman villain.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a doctor.
Fooled me.
Yeah. He ended up becoming a surgeon or anything like that. He was also an orphan. He actually, well, he attempted. He tried to kill his parents by cutting their brake line.
Okay.
So that he would end up, like, because he was a rich kid too, ended up seeing Bruce Wayne get everything he wanted to be like that. This guy becomes a surgeon. Basically, in all aspects of medical science, he's an absolute genius. Like, just devoted his life to that to get revenge on Batman. Like, he can change his appearance at any time. Would it be cool if they did a Hush character like that? Somebody that could change the way they look, like a shapeshifter almost, like cosmetic, like the Weeknd's guy.
Could a person who doesn't really follow Batman or anything like that, could they watch that movie and follow along with it?
100%.
Or, yeah,
it's almost like a Law and Order on steroids. Okay. So they delve back like the way, like I said, with The Dark Knight. You've seen The Dark Knight at least, right?
Bits and pieces of it. Yeah. Like, I saw the bank scene. That's really all I remember.
Let's just keep in mind, this dude was arguing with me about Die Hard not being a Christmas movie and having not seen Die Hard. I love you. But I'm just pointing that back out there. I see bits and pieces.
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it.
We're going to have some day dates and watch movies, buddy.
You're too busy Netflix and chilling with someone else. I'm just saying. All right, so Joker's in it, right? We said that or no? No, just the Penguin and the Riddler, right? Catwoman's in it.
Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman, and Batman.
Where's Robin?
Spoiler alert!
Hold on. Where's Robin? I feel like Robin doesn't get the love.
Robin's not in here. I love Robin too.
I
like Robin because my favorite color is green, and I enjoyed Robin.
And he's got red too, and little.
Well, yeah, but my favorite color is green, and he had like green on his sleeves and his pants.
Well, how come he
had a
gets
motorcycle?
No love?
Like he was pretty cool. Maybe the character hasn't been introduced. I don't know. No one's really touching that. They alluded to it with The Dark Knight Rises, with the one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's a cop. And, like, Batman has inspired him. So then that left questions of wondering, is he going to become Robin or is he going to be Nightwing, which was, like, the Robin-esque type of anti-hero story that they had. It was an offshoot of Robin.
Always growing up in the comics, Batman, Robin, Batman, Robin. I hear fucking Robin in like forever. I'm just like, what the fuck's he doing?
Not since Chris O'Donnell.
Like, did he fucking die? I'm just like, last time
Batman Forever was okay.
Bro,
it was campy, but it was fun.
Bro, last time I saw fucking Robin was
Batman
on Teen
and
Titans.
Robin with fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and Uma Thurman, and that was trash. George Clooney was the Batman then. It was garbage. If you think that you love that movie, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. My girlfriend did this as I've done this. I did it first. She said that was her favorite. I said that's the worst fucking Batman movie ever made. Go back and watch a clip of it on YouTube and you see how stupid it is. And then she did, and she was like, yeah, I don't fucking know what I was thinking. And I said, I did the same thing. I just remembered it as a kid being like, woo. And then when I watched it, I was like, there is no... What's the plot? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
You know, the enemies come in and like, we're the Red Eyes, so everybody freeze. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You think I'm scared of you? We're at a cocktail party. I'm throwing the platter. Pull a Captain America and just shield it at him.
I think low key, and listen, I don't really follow it, but I think there's a hate on Robin. I think there is. He doesn't get much love. He's the bitch boy. Shouldn't he technically be like the next Batman when Batman decides to hang it up?
And that's the idea of Nightwing, and that was something.
But you never hear Robin. I never see him.
All right, real quick. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Okay. They mentioned Bloodhaven, a town called Bloodhaven, and I know that means nothing to you, but it means something to me.
Okay.
Because that is where Nightwing, a.k.a. the type of Robin offshoot that was supposed to be like the second coming of Batman, went to basically to train.
Blackhawk, right? So it's Robin.
Nightwing.
Oh, sorry.
In Bloodhaven. I'm such a fucking dork. I'm sorry.
So that's
also mentioned in Green Arrow as a town, Bloodhaven.
So it's like Robin growing up and changed his name from Robin to Bloodhaven. No, to Nighthawk. Nightwing. Sorry, get these kids.
They go to Bloodhaven, but they mention Bloodhaven in the movie, which is, I think, always cool to drop because that is the universe that they exist in.
So Robin's coming. Well,
maybe,
Nightwing.
Right. I'm just like,
Right. Okay.
Spoiler alert!
So you have 2 spoils.
Spoiler alert!
Another one. You said 1.
Well, you made me say that because you wanted to start talking about Robin, but...
I'm just sticking up for the little guy.
I get that you're sticking up for the little guy. There's a scene where, and of course, the craziness hasn't ended, but the Riddler is locked up in Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
Seems like everything's going well. And he's in there. And
Putin lets him out?
Well, an inmate next to him kind of mentions a couple of things to him. That one day you're on top, and the next day the world looks at you like you're a clown.
Oh, so that's the Joker next door? Okay. That's cool.
Potentially. Because he says, and he's the one that coins Riddler's trademark phrase. It doesn't get said in the entire movie. I was waiting for it the whole time. And then the Joker's the one that says it to him. Says, riddle me this. It's like
so it's a little turn of...
What? I forget the riddle. It's like, oh, yeah. Basically, the answer was a friend. He tells him a riddle. Yeah. And of course, he figures it out. He says, a friend. And they both start...
Spoiler alert. The next Batman's going to be the Joker and the Riddler team up to get Batman.
Maybe.
And then Robin has Nightwing comes out of nowhere and teams up with Batman, and it's a 2-on-2 tag team, and Catwoman's the referee, and boom, 1, 2, 3, clean in the middle in the streets. There you go. You say you don't even.
Stop looking at the laptop.
I'm looking at the fucking camera, you fuckface. Jesus Christ.
So it's a tough week.
So it's a good movie.
It was an amazing movie. I went to go. You will have to pee. Like I said, it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
So go pee before you see it.
Have some snacks. Right. Get some snacks.
If you have to pee again, I will say when a funeral scene starts, go to the bathroom.
No, you got to see the whole thing.
No.
Don't be that guy.
I did it because guess what? I missed nothing, and then I came back right when it was starting again. Like, this thing just keeps going, dude. And I'm telling you, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, phenomenal. It feels like there's gonna be more.
Well,
the way it ended.
Thank God. Thank God, guy. Because listen, if they don't make more Batman movies, I mean, we might as well just live in Ukraine. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's really how it is.
You think they need to put the bat signal up there?
I think Batman... You know what? Batman needs to stop making fucking movies and go down to Ukraine. That's what he needs to do.
And I get it. We talked about that episode. We talked about that episode.
That's still
on
going
that
on.
episode, we talked about Ukraine.
It's still going on,
right.
bud.
I just want to say, for everyone in America or all these like social media influencers and things like that, they're, and I know the extra shit about Ukraine. China has been all over Taiwan's ass for how long now?
Oh, who cares about that?
I'm just saying.
Who cares about that?
I'm just saying. And why do you care about the whole Russian-Ukrainian thing? You don't give a fuck that China's going into...
They never did.
No one gives a fuck!
They never did. Remember Hong Kong? That lasted a week. That was it. We got mad at NBA.
Is it because it's white people? I'm just asking. I'm just asking for a friend.
All I say is this.
You see sad white people and you fucking just nut all over the table and you're like, oh God, we need to send them money.
All I say
the numbers are already proving true. Over 1 million have already evacuated the European Union. So yeah, maybe Batman needs to come down there and start whipping some fucking ass. Or actually, in this sense, I think the Riddler needs to start taking a couple steps ahead of some of these fucks.
He can go down there and
get
have
Joe Biden, get Joe Biden and Putin and Zelensky and Pelosi and what's his fucking turtle fuck face, Franklin the Turtle. What's his stupid name?
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. Get them all. Get them all together.
Get Harris. Get Carmella.
Get Carmella. Get Pence. Get Trump. Get Trudeau. Tie them all to a big powder keg and let's watch the fucking fireworks. That's the fucked up part. Watching this movie, I'm almost like that guy who said he was the Joker that shot all those people in Aurora, Colorado when The Dark Knight Rises was coming into theater, and he said he was and he shot all those people and things like that. Like, I almost understand that. And this movie almost makes you feel like it's a reality. And to some degree, it's almost becoming a reality.
It's getting very close.
What you're allowed to talk about, what you're not allowed to talk about, who's allowed to control things, who's allowed to turn on and off your Bitcoin and GoFundMe. Pay attention to that, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And just a couple things. One, what you see in Ukraine can easily happen here to us. Easily happen. We could be in that same situation.
No, I got Oliver. He'll protect me.
But
he likes Catwoman.
Think about it. That there is, and I forgot who brought this up. I don't know if it was Adam Curry or somebody, but someone brought up that look at how like the U.S. and the world is handling it, where they're only going after Russians' money. It's only money that they're going after, not so much.
Yeah, you take the vodka off the shelves.
You shut down their
everything
banks.
That's Russian owned. Let's just take it off the shelves. But everything that's made in China, who's still kind of fucking with Taiwan, just in case you wanted to look into that.
What did I tell you? Distraction.
Right. If you cared about any of those people, why don't you go ahead and see how many things that are made in China that are getting pulled off of shelves?
And we're still buying oil from Russia. Just so
And people that are asking for the pipeline to be opened up, for a minute here, I know, and you may disagree with that's fine. That pipeline was it's Canadian oil. They're the ones that get that. It's still there. It's still right. It's not that it's not shutting down. The price of gas doesn't get to stay the same. Can I put it that way? Like when you and I were kids, it was like $1.95, $2 something.
Yeah.
We don't get to dictate that.
No.
We're just always, all of us are just getting fucked by
the government.
Just the big club.
Right.
Some of them are in the government. Some of them are in media. Some of them are in Hollywood. Some of them are, you know what I mean? Like everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's one big club, and if you ain't in it, you ain't fucking in it. But they're the ones that are ultimately making money off of all this.
Right.
So, for a moment, I get it. Gas prices are high. Okay? And they may go even higher.
They will.
You said that. He said that on the World War III episode. I'm fucking hammered. I love it. He said that on the World War III episode. It's coming to fruition. I hate it when you're fucking right. Everybody has somebody in their life. And sometimes it's me for Lexi. Like, she's always like, God, I hate you. God, you were right. And I was like, yeah, I hate it when I'm right. And I know that it freaks you out when I'm right like that and I predict something a couple of months out or weeks out or anything like that. I said, you know who does that for me? She's like, who? Will. Sometimes I think what comes out of his mouth is just fucking dog shit. And then, like, a week later, I'm like,
and that,
damn
it! And
no!
You know, that's kind of why I like being, like, the silly, goofy guy, because I'm so underestimated. And I like that. Because even though I'm, like, the dumb, goofy, fat guy, like, oh, look at him just doing dumb shit.
You got it wrong if that's what you think. If you think if you think he's goofus and I'm gallant, so to speak,
I'm on it.
You've got it wrong. I'm the dumbass here.
And that's kind of like, you know, like what I tell your brother, because you know we all don't agree the same, and your younger brother doesn't.
Even me and my brothers as well. Like,
right, but and I always tell him because he's like, you know, what's your facts, what's your proof, and I go, Tyler is, because I just tell him stuff. I don't push where he needs to go look for that information.
You just say watch for
this. Do it. You look, if it's that important to you, you look for it yourself. And then you come back to me and go, you were fucking right. I didn't push a website or a specific person to you.
You just recognize the patterns before they happen. As this started, like you stated in the World War III episode, watch for gas prices to go even higher. And then I start touting on the fact they got to fuel the jets, fuel the boats, fuel the tanks, fuel the jeeps, fuel, etc. And that it's the most profitable business there is.
Right.
And then a week later, everybody's constantly posting, oh, look at what the gas prices are. Like, you're so fucking original. We all know. We all know the gas prices are high. I don't want to... Shut up. I get it.
You know what?
None of us are happy.
That's why we need to go to Teslas, dude. You know what I mean? Just need to drive Teslas. Then we won't have to worry about this problem. If we just drove Teslas, it'd be fine.
Yeah. We had a chance to do that in 93 legitimately, and they decided to basically lease those solar-powered vehicles and energy-efficient vehicles to everybody, knowing that we had a surplus of crude oil to continue it. Now it's starting to...
Well, listen, I'm just very happy that Biden made us no longer energy independent anymore. So I'm really happy about that.
Why do you still think it's him that does it?
Oh, gee, do you really want to go there?
Why do you think it's Biden?
Okay, the government, whatever the fuck.
Thank you.
But he's the president, so he gets to play.
Right, okay.
He's the face.
But let's just say that. He's the face.
Just like the NFL. If something goes wrong, you blame Goodell. You don't blame all fucking 32 owners. Okay. Right. But it's the same concept.
They're involved.
Yeah, I know.
But why not look at the NFL that way, too?
Well, I know, but I'm saying, though, Goodell's a scapegoat.
Sure.
But we all know what it means.
Well, why do you need a scapegoat? Let's look at all these fuckers and hang them high.
Well, right, but it's just easier to say
Goodell. The powder
Goodell.
keg, I said the Riddler, all the people to strap to it, I think, would be nice.
Yeah, but it's easier to say Goodell, because not everybody knows Goodell. Not everybody knows who's the Bills owner. Do you fucking know who that is? No. So I'm just, it's just easier to, you know, say Joe Biden. But we all know it's the government. That's all.
Let's just how about everybody get in on it? You know how Let's Go Brandon is supposed to be the ha-ha for fuck Joe Biden?
Right. Well, I say fuck Joe Biden.
There you go. So just see, at least he'll fucking say it.
I like saying fuck.
That's a true...
I say fuck a lot.
That's a true blue kind of... That's why I love him.
He's not going to sit there and say,
why do you say Let's Go Brandon? Because, you know, you can say it out loud. This motherfucker's like, fuck Joe.
Fuck Joe. Who the fuck? I'm going to curse. He
doesn't care. Exactly. So appreciate that. Yeah. Even if you disagree with it, fucking appreciate his authenticity.
It's pretty hard not to disagree. I'm just saying.
But let's call the government Brandon.
Okay? Fuck the government.
That way all of us can be... Right.
That's what I've been saying.
When we say let's go, Brandon, like let's refer to Brandon as the government. If you want to say fuck Joe Biden, go ahead. If you want to say fuck Trump, go ahead. But as a whole, they're all in it.
It's not just the government. It's the big countries. It's China, Russia.
Oh, yeah. They're almost like a shadow government.
They're all in on it.
I'm sure there's somebody from almost like the X-Files. Somebody from each major area that is the representative for basically what goes on behind the scenes, which kind of ties back into these Batman Easter eggs. Every time the Riddler commits a murder, he leaves a card for the Batman. And if you pay close attention like I do, one of them, it looks like a Halloween card. It has an owl on it and a spooky tree. But if you're Batman geek like me, you know that's a reference to the Court of Owls, which is basically like a shadow government over Gotham. Mm-hmm. Very wealthy people. The corporatocracy, as I like to call them. It's not a democracy that we live in. The corporatocracy. Nike, Apple, all these fucking big companies. They're the ones that own shit. Starbucks, Microsoft. Yeah, that's where it's at. Now, before we go, I did want to ask you one thing.
Okay.
I know you're not the biggest Batman guy. You at least humored me because I saw this movie and I was super excited about it. I geeked out over it. It kind of made Alexis be like, wow, he's kind of a bit of a dork. And I am, and she appreciates that. But if you had to have 3 Batman villains back you up in a fight, do you have an idea of who you would want?
Just off the top of my head, and I'm not like deep into fucking the Batman and shit, cool. I would say Joker, Harley Quinn, and Bane.
Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
For what?
Not so much as she can fight, but then after I can have, one-on-one time with. You know what I mean? Plus, she's kind of badass for a chick, though.
Joker?
Huh? Yeah, Joker. Yeah, and Bane.
You feel like you could control Joker in a fight?
I feel like...
I worry about that.
I don't know. Yeah, he could double-cross me. He could do that, but... I don't know. I like his vibe.
I feel like he'd end up killing everybody.
Yeah, he might, but fuck it. Let it be, right? What?
Bane, good choice. Bane, you took one of mine. Bane was one of mine. Excellent choice, and for the same reasons. Fucking brute.
What would be your other two?
The other two...
Batman.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, no, you said villains, right? Villains. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
And even though Riddler's my favorite, he's not one of them.
Oh, yeah, because he's going to fucking tell riddles.
He's already 8 steps ahead of you, bud.
Oh, that's great. Where is he in jail? Okay, what's next?
As far as you know.
What's your 2?
Catwoman.
Bane. She's a villain?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't...
I mean, she would be categorized as a Batman villain.
I didn't know.
Somewhat works with Batman, but to the ends of it, she's out for herself. She's out for her and hers because she's been fucked over so many times throughout her childhood and her life that she's... Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's news to me.
Batman is almost help for her.
Okay. That's new to me.
But she is so agile.
Yeah,
and lethal. And mobile.
Yeah, she is.
Motherfucker. Like, I'm having that on the team. But Bane and her, so that I have a brute, or I have some agility.
Yeah. You got to feel like you have to have a woman in there, equal rights.
No, not necessarily.
Rights. Oh, okay.
Not necessarily. Because if the Flash was on the table, I'd pick him over Catwoman. Just put it there. Yeah, she can't move that fast. Sorry, ladies.
Penguin? You look like a penguin guy.
That's my favorite animal, but Penguin is a fucking stooge.
Oh.
He's always been a stooge.
Oh.
He's always been a fucking...
He's like the fat, poor man of a Joker, right?
Well, he's like a mob guy. There's no...
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, fuck you, dude. There's always... I owe you a favor. Like, I'm not doing it.
So we need one more.
Scarecrow. The Scarecrow.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
The fucking crazy hallucinogen gas. He shows you your fears.
Oh, so is he like...
it's like some insane...
He's like Doctor Strange, but on the bad side?
Kinda, yeah, I guess, but like it's like everything you ever... Like, this fear gas that he uses, which is from like a flower that is found on a mountaintop that Batman has to climb in order to join the League of Shadows, which is where he trains to become a Batman by Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm following you. It's climbing up a mountain.
I'm sorry, man. I know this is like, there's so much going on.
I'm visioning it. I'm following you.
Oh, yeah.
So, but does he kill people, or does he just makes you, like, just scared of everything in your mind?
In a way.
Or you die
both.
Of fear.
It could be both. Or some people do that have a heart attack or anything like that, but it's almost plausible deniability of just, like people that know him or anything like that, you can gas him real quick.
Oh, okay.
Done with it. He's a clinical psychiatrist.
Oh, so he's a human, too.
Oh, he's nuts, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's fucking great.
So he can die, though, right?
Oh, sure, they all can.
Oh, they all
can.
But
I just mean, like, to have him for the distraction of, like, make them all start hallucinating and tripping of things and make them afraid. Then you have Bane and Catwoman, like... Bane is scary enough to look at on his own.
And then you got the Riddler in the car, keeping the car warm for you, telling riddles, okay, yeah, I got it. I'm sorry,
dude, the Riddler's awesome, bro.
He doesn't sound awesome.
He's intellect. It's smart because he's like he doesn't have to have strength.
That's
how much better he is than you.
Or villains, I don't think of Riddler's not my top 5.
I'm just saying.
It
has been so underwhelmed. I'm saying, yeah, no, I get you on that. Same thing with Mr. Freeze. I get it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze. Horrible rendition.
Was it Mr. Freeze in The Incredibles too? A little bit.
No.
No, they had a Freeze guy, right? Was that Mr. Freeze? No. It's not Mr. Freeze? You know what I'm talking about, right? Didn't they have a...
Where's my super suit?
Yeah.
You are pissing so many people off right now. I'm not even going to go into it.
No!
I
said I don't know comics. Like, I'm sorry.
The Incredibles is not a comic. That is a Disney adaptation of a superhero family. I'm not going into The Incredibles.
Oh, okay. I thought they were part of it. My bad. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You got me monologuing. You sly dog. All right. Well, you know what?
I feel like I'm so stupid.
I feel fucking crazy right now. I feel fucking crazy.
I feel stupid.
Me too.
All right. Well, hey, listen.
Go see the Batman.
Yeah.
Go see it in theaters. It's only been a week out. I get it. It's made a ton of money. There's some weird shit going on too. Apparently, Robert Pattinson showed up at Pete Davidson's bar and played Kanye music all fucking night after the premiere party.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Go check it out. You want to take your mind off some Ukrainian, Russian nonsense because you're not paying attention to the Chinese Taiwan nonsense. So, I mean...
Well, a lot of people weren't because they went to go see the Batman movie, right?
And we did a whole episode on it. So we're, I guess, guilty as charged as well. So we might as well just go see Batman. Try to forget about it for a while and...
Right.
Just let it eat. I mean, fuck it. We're done. We're tired. We'll see you later this week.
Have a good night.
We're 3 subs away from 100.
Come on, let's hit that 100.
Let's hit that 100. It's the next milestone. I'll tell you a bedtime story
if
you do.
Fuckers. Jesus.
I'll tell you a bedtime story. Love you.
We'll end it there. But here, as I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, Batman, like, compared to other superheroes or villains, like, who the fuck can you, like, really beat? Like, really can't beat anybody.
Well, he seems to be able to outsmart some of the villains that are setting up these crazy plans against him. Like, like I said, he's a detective.
Yeah.
He's got to figure it out.
But he's just like a dude in a mask.
That makes you more badass. There's no superpower here. You have training. You're a ninja.
Right.
You have means, so you have access to create things and everything, and all this stuff in Wayne Enterprises and all that shit, you know.
But
applied sciences with Morgan Freeman.
But it's
Mr.
like
Fox.
It's like if
down in the basement.
Like if you put Wolverine against Batman, I don't think Batman's winning. Like I'm just being honest with you.
That's an interesting match.
Or Wonder Woman, or
no. Let's
Doctor Strange.
Wolverine. Let's start with that because he's made of. I mean, his skeleton is adamantium.
Right.
Just like
and he can't die.
Element, right? Totally made up element. It's like titanium on steroids. I feel like Batman would be the type of guy to analyze adamantium and like get sort. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. He's a detective. He's gonna sneak into the place. He's gonna. He got a guy extradited from China personally.
Bro, he's like lower tier
via Skyhook.
He's lower tier of superheroes. Like when I think of superhero, supernatural, and Batman doesn't even kill anybody. So like, if you're fighting to the death, like who's he gonna kill? Like
accidentally.
I'm just saying, and like. And then, like, another thing that I do, which is weird, is, like, I kind of picture, like, from the movies, like, the celebrities or actors that play them. When you think of Catwoman, I instantly think of Halle Berry. When I think of Wonder Woman, I think of instantly the chick that's playing it now, which is fucking hot.
Who's that?
I don't know her name.
Who's that?
But,
you sure?
Yeah.
Gal Gadot?
I don't know.
Gal Gadot? However you want to pronounce it.
I don't know. But, like... I
think of Michelle Pfeiffer when you think of Catwoman.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. But you said who played Ant-Man? Because you swore to me how badass Ant-Man was.
I liked it.
And to me, it was like it's hard for me to take it seriously because it's like a comedian, like playing him.
Well, with his career, and it's funny because he is viewed as, and I would consider that now, like he's a funny guy. He's not necessarily a stand-up comedian, but he can hold his own, and he knows how to take a joke. He knows how to give one as well. But like, his big break was Clueless.
Yeah.
And it was more like I mean, he was charming and all that stuff. And motherfucker almost looks the same, too, by the way. I'm wondering if he's a Scientologist or not, because they seem to just look the same for the rest of their life. Like,
because they're too busy studying, bro. They ain't got time for this
all
fuck
that
shit.
Dianetics they gotta go through.
They ain't got time for this shit.
Right.
The fuck?
But once I saw him in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, I was like, dude, I've never seen this guy before. Because I never watched Clueless.
Right. I mean, you look like a Clueless fan. You look clueless.
I am clueless. My parents have called me that several times. I'm not sure if my name's Tyler or Clueless
but
because of how many times they've called me that.
That's why I can't take Ant-Man seriously, because, like, he's, like, the funny, let's do funny show.
Imagine if we got superpowers right now.
No, but wait. Paul Rudd...
Would that not be ridiculous? That would be kind of fun. It'd be entertaining, right?
Paul Rudd as Ant-Man is Will Ferrell being Superman. You'd be like, I can't take this guy seriously. Like, yeah.
He's smart, bro.
Huh?
Bro,
who's smart?
If they give you a little shrinky suit, would that not be a fun movie?
Why? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Been there, saw that, dude. Honey Shrunk the Kids 2, 3. You get lost in the fucking backyard. We gotta find the magnifying
the ranch dip. They're like, they're teenage girls. How much can they eat? And then the scoop of the chip. They're like, oh.
Dude, how fucking trippy that fucking movie is, dude.
Oh, it's like Attack on Titan. You ever seen that shit?
Attack on Titan.
I am not
the anime show.
Yes,
dude,
with the giants.
Fucking trippy.
It's terrifying.
It's weird.
And I had a weird thing as a child about, like, giants, like in my dreams.
Yeah.
Jeremy will appreciate this. A lot of the times in my dreams, what used to be coming after me
was what?
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That is so embarrassing. Yeah. Wow. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, man.
Yeah.
I wish it was J. Edgar Hoover. If we think J. Edgar Hoover, yeah.
So you would have dreams of, like, the Marshmallow Man chasing you? You couldn't outrun it?
It would always... No. Because it would always come out of nowhere. Like, they were dreams that, like, started...
Come out of nowhere?
Right. It was the distance. Like, you just hear...
It's pretty hard to miss that guy. I'm just saying. Like... Yeah,
you always hear that the distance is slowly approaching. And there were some times where you know where you almost feel in control of your dreams?
Sometimes I feel like I'm in it.
Like you manifested something? It's almost like exactly what happens in the movie.
I feel like I'm there.
Just popped in there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in it, like I'm working it out. I sweat a little bit if it involves me moving. I'm like in there, dude. I'm fucking in there. I'm like fighting myself.
Master?
Huh? Am I the key master?
Nothing.
Nah, dude. Nah, I'm not the key master.
But yeah, then I would start to sometimes in a dream totally completely unrelated to it almost become self-aware of the control of my dreams, and it just, like Dan Aykroyd says, it popped in there, and then I would start to hear it, and then motherfucker would take over my dream. Like, rip the roof off the house, and he's smiling. He just reaches down. I always fucking wake myself up before he he's like reaching down to get me, and that's about the time I wake up. But that was just this big, happy, smiling face of a fucking sailor marshmallow man just coming to eat me.
I had this, dude. I had this
terrifying.
I had this one where
I'm like 5.
Pussy.
I love the Ghostbusters.
You just had that nightmare.
You are what you eat.
You just had that nightmare
sometimes
last
they call me
week.
an asshole. No, actually.
That's what I'm saying. So, whatever.
It's been a long time.
I remember I had a dream kind of like it was a T-Rex like running super fast, like back and forth, inch by inch, like getting closer to me. Like I'm in a house, and the T-Rex is like runs one way. And then, like, a second later, you hear him stomping. He's running the other way super fast. Yeah, fucking trippy. Mm-hmm. But it was like the But it was like the T-Rex. Like, it was just, like, you just see his feet. Like, I never, like, imagined
You didn't get to see the whole thing?
Yeah, it was just a feet. And
what
it was just...
No! No!
Bro.
You know what it looks like in your head, don't you?
Yeah, but
somewhat, I never but you never got to see it.
No.
Why wouldn't you look? I feel like I would look in my dream.
Bro, because like you could hear the stomping coming back and forth. Like It's hard to explain, but dude, that tripped me up for years, bro. Just the fucking feet, bro.
Just the feet.
Running back and forth, back and forth.
Fuck that. Like in a fast pattern or a slow?
Yeah.
Just like a.
Yeah, like he was fucking running. No, like he was fucking running. Like you just filled him up with cocaine.
The Marshmallow Man.
Oh my god.
Fill him up with cocaine. That'd be a bad idea,
just
man.
a fucking T-Rex going wild. That was
why were you were like trapped in the house and the T-Rex was just like, surrounding it?
Yeah, dude, it was fucking wild.
There's no way out.
That was my big dream when I was younger.
It's terrifying. How young you think?
I don't know, 5, 6.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
dude, do you think
sometimes? All right, think about it.
What do you think about it?
The scariest dreams you've ever fucking had were when we were children. Think about it.
Dude, I had this one where I was like floating in like an empty space, and I would just see a field of like red dots. Hold on, and then I would just, bro, this is no lie. Like this is some of the dreams I remember, and like I would just be like floating and like staring at this big red dot. And then, like, I just hear a dragon, like, in the background. Like, you know, a roar or whatever the fuck. And, like, that was it. Like, that was, like, my dream for a while. Like,
it was a recurring dream.
Yeah. I've had that dream a couple times. I don't know what that means.
It never got anywhere further than that.
No, never saw it. You just heard the dragon.
You need to pay more attention when that shit happens. Whenever you recognize... Because you have to have recognized the pattern by now.
I'm fucked up.
Clearly.
I know that pattern.
Well, no, not that pattern, but this dream recurring.
No, it didn't happen last week. I'm just saying that's one of the dreams, like when I was younger, that I remember. I thought I was still telling dreams about when I was younger. My bad. Was that not what you asked? Oh shit! I was giving you more dreams.
I've gotten too much sauce in me. It's all good.
I thought. What did you? You didn't. I thought you asked for nightmares. Another one. I didn't know you didn't want kids when we were kids. Like when we were kids.
What? You didn't want kids when we were kids?
No, I thought you asked me you wanted another nightmare from when we were kids. That's what I thought you asked me. Jesus fuck. Come on, man.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I could see that. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
To Ukraine.
To Taiwan.